Hello and welcome back. This is just a quick video on how to properly use the watch mechanic in Fantastic Voyage Destination Lab. Now the first thing you're going to notice is you're going to have a nice blue circle on your wrist. So what we're going to want to do is open up our hand, palm facing you, and go ahead and tap that blue circle. So what that does is it opens up these little panels on the side. So each one of those has a different use, which I'm going to explain today. The first one that we're going to go over is this little one right here, that pause play button. So I'm going to go ahead and tap that. What that does is it brings up the menu. So I'm in the main menu, so it brings up the mission selection main menu. If you were in a module, it would bring up the module specific pause menu. From there, you also have options to quit your module, restart, or check your settings menu. Now, the next thing we're going to cover is this little home button right here. So what this home button does is it virtually does the same thing. If I were to push it, it would bring up the mission selection menu. Now, if you're inside of a module, what that would do is it would bring up a prompt asking you if you want to leave the module. If you click yes, it will bring you back to this mission selection menu. Now, the next panel we're going to cover is the repeat panel. So this is going to be used very often if you miss any commands that Silly tells you or any instructions. So if you miss anything that Silly says, you can tap that button and hit the repeat, and she'll repeat the last instruction she gave. Now this panel here is our navigation panel. Now what that does is it brings up a list of all the places you can teleport to. So since I am in the main mission menu, I can teleport to any location in the lab. This will change depending on which module you're in, and it will give module-specific teleportation locations. But as you can see here, I can just hover over each of these dots, and it gives a location. So that location is where you would teleport to. So let's go to the biosafety cabinet. I'm just going to click there, and boom, we're at the biosafety cabinet. Now, this button right here at the bottom, that's just the quit button. So you can use that to leave the app entirely. I want to specify that this is not to leave the mission that you are in. It is to completely close out of the app. Now, the very last one we're going to cover is this cogwheel right here, and that is the settings menu. Now, I'm actually going to move it over here because it's in the way a little bit. Now, the settings menu, you can change multiple different things, as you can see. So we have different handedness. So if you're left-handed in the lab, you can switch that over and it'll change all the scenarios to a left-handed mode. We also have the location of the wrist. You can switch it from your left hand to your right hand. We also have captions. So if it's a very loud environment and you don't want to miss anything, you can turn on the captions so you can actually see what Silly is telling you. Now the last one is Dynamic Task UI. So, and a lot of our modules will have different chapters in between, and each one will have tasks for that chapter. Now, if you turn that off, it's just going to give you one big task list with everything on there. And lastly, this is voice activation. So this is going to be, it's temporarily grayed out because it's not in use right now. But the voice activation, if you turn it on, that means Silly will listen to any voice commands that you give. If you turn it off, everything you do has to be done with touch. So if you're running into any issues where Silly isn't listening to your commands, make sure this is on, because that could be a nice little issue for you. Now, in order to exit out of this menu, you can either use the watch here and go to any of our other menus, or you can hit this little X button in the top and it closes out the menu. Now that'll conclude the tutorial video for how to use the watch. If you have any questions or any concerns about how things are used, we have different tutorial videos posted. We also have a Discord that you're free to join that has devs in it, so you can help to answer questions, anything that might come up. Well,